Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. He wants to get away from everyone, to be in seclusion, peacefully meditating. He goes away from the town, away from the village, away from the suburbs, away to the countryside, up to the mountains. He goes and finds a cave in the mountains. Climbs up, goes into the cave, into the back of the cave. And he hears somebody's trying to dig from above into his cave. Never you can find things the way you like. May Allah make us. Musa said, I'll be patient, and he couldn't. Sayyidina Ismail said, Inshallah, you'll find me to be with the patient ones. So that's a better position. Asking. To be with the Sabirin. Catch our hand. Tarikatuna Sahba. Our way is association, sahba, to come together under the eyes of the Shaykh, not me, but the real Shaykh, and blessing comes on the group. Asana shani kulu. May Allah, there is in Quran, when you leave the worship, everything except Allah, run to the cave. How does it go?
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. وما يعبدون إلا الله فأووا إلى الكهف ينشر لكم ربكم من رحمته ويهيئ لكم من أمركم
مرفقا. When you leave worshiping, what's worship? It means all your concentration on something. When you leave to worshiping other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when you stop putting all your hopes on dunya or on this or on that or on your own powers, run to the cave. It means run to Allah. Allah will look after you and resolve all your matters for you. Take care of everything. We can't do. Like everyone else, I like to look at the internet. I don't think anyone is not all day long looking. And I see so many different kinds of commentary. You can't find people trusting in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to save us. I said they did a checkup. When you go to the doctor for a checkup, he checks your blood pressure, or she checks your blood pressure, or your heart rate, pulse, or listens to your breathing, your lungs, or anything. Here. He said they did a checkup on humanity on Earth. They did a general checkup. Awliya Allah. And they found when you do your checkup, you get a printout, your report. His blood sugar is no good, his creatine is sketchy, his like this, like that. They have numbers for everything. how much salt you have in your blood, how much hemoglobin, how much plasma, how much everything. And they said they found three things when they made their report. I don't know who did that checkup. They may have made a commission for Aulia. They said three things are missing. We found three problems. One is no mercy. There is no mercy among people. Everyone ready to rip the other one to pieces. And no justice. No more justice. And no more compassion. Compassion. No one cares about the other. Nothing is just. Everyone, the strong is taking everything and leaving nothing for the weak ones. And no mercy. No mercy. Even we don't have mercy on ourselves. Leave other people. We have no mercy on ourselves. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد سيد الأولين والآخرين. Until this world troubles will continue to build. They said they have in front of the library or the school or the village hall, the city hall, they used to have, I don't know how they do it nowadays, they used to have a big billboard. And they're raising money for one of the big charities, March of Dimes, or I don't know, one of the big charities. And they have on that billboard a cardboard or wooden thermometer. And week by week they paint the red line higher and higher as they're going to reach their goal. Want to raise $10 million, we want to raise 20 million, we want to raise this, we want to raise that. Whatever their goal is, the red line creeps up and they paint it in the town square so people can see how it's progressing. He said, like that, there's a billboard in heavens, in the spiritual world. But this is not recording people's charity. It's recording the zulm. Zulm, the cruelty and misdeeds of people, evil of people. There's a red line going up and up and up. And he said, Awliya, some of them are able to see that. To see how is the progress of humanity. There is a red line, a danger line, with the amount of zulm, no mercy, no justice, no compassion, reaches its top point. There has to be a heavenly correction. Has happened before and before and before. Holy Quran tells the story of so many past civilizations. They came, they built their buildings, their monuments, and then they disappeared, they collapsed. Some are legends, like Atlantis, some are known civilizations. All of them, they reached their peak and collapsed. Allah said, go and travel around. Wasiru fil ard. Travel through the earth and look and see what was the end of those who went before you. Well, they did. They were better, bigger than you, more powerful. We gave them what we didn't give you. from the things of this world, but they didn't listen to their prophets, and they were destroyed. They were warned, and every civilization has its time. When its time's up, that's it. Now you can't find even a whisper from any of them. And they were. Sheikh Hashem, Allah bless him. Sheikh Nazim, I forgot which one said it. When Prophet ﷺ was on his Isra and Miraj, his night journey, he was with Jibreel. And at one point they looked and they saw Sayyidina Adam, peace be upon him, and all his Zuriyat, his descendants, from Adam up to the last one of humanity. And the Prophet ﷺ had a strange question for Jibreel. He said, "Oh Jibreel, how much time between Adam appearing on earth and the last one? How long is the age of Adam and his descendants?" And Jibreel came with a strange answer. He said, "Which Adam you mean? Leave the formalities, Allah." He said, "Which Adam you mean?" He said, "There's more than one." He said, "Allah knows. But from the knowledge I've been given, this Adam that we have as our grandfather now, and with his descendants up to the end, he's the 124,000th Adam. Before that was 123,999, according to what Jibreel said. I'm not saying it's the only, this is what I was granted. Each one coming with their descendants and going on to their judgments. I don't know. Sheikh Nazim used to describe it as if you went to a play or a puppet show. Puppet shows now. The audience comes and sits. The curtain opens. Happy the theme song is coming. Watch the play or the puppet show. Say it's a play. Stage is dark, and some light comes, and one character appears. Either an actor, either a puppet, I don't know. Come. Looking around, it's the only one on the stage. I am the greatest one. As far as I can see, no one but me. Then a few other characters are seen, and they're applauding him. Yes. Or more like sheep. I am the greatest. Sheep. His camp agrees with him. I am the greatest. Then on the other side, a light appears, another character. No, I am the greatest one, not you. And his supporters appear behind him. Say, yes, herds of sheep, he's making sound. Camps. And the fighting starts. Lightning and thunder comes. Poof, everything is taken away. The curtain closes and the audience is, what happened? What happened? It opens and the stage is empty. And then a light comes and a character appears. Stage right. I am the greatest. And then a few supporters, yes. And then another one comes, same thing. Oh, I am the same thing. Lightning, thunder, boom. Curtain closes, finished, and opens again. And again it starts. Over and over again. People are saying we built the greatest weapons. be afraid from us. And the others say, no, we have more advanced weapons, you'll never be successful. Not looking to see what was the result of who went before. All of them had weapons. The bottom of the sea is littered with thousands of ships, from sailing ships to huge battleships, turning sunk and turned to rust. Airplane graveyards, we have the latest planes. Those were the latest planes before. Now they're sitting in the deserts doing nothing. Tanks, they have tank graveyards all over. In Europe, after the last big war, they're sitting, plants growing up. Along with something I see them. People were looking only to fight each other for nothing, for dunya, to be king, to be chief, to be the greatest one. Gathering followers, gathering weapons and armies, and no one learns. No one learns. I saw one book somebody sent me. What's it called? About generations. Ibn Khaldun wrote about it also. One generation begins a dynasty, the next one consolidates, and come down and come down. No one's equal to the first one. Comes by 4 at the most. Generations don't remember what the previous generations knew. No one is alive now except a handful of people remember Second World War. What it was like. What was the suffering? No one don't remember. Hey, hi, look what they did before when they got like you. I don't remember. It's forgotten. And no one's teaching. The Shaykh said, after Quran and Hadith, what you need to know for your religion, study history. Study history, take lessons from history. But no one's doing. They changed the curriculums now, schools. They're not studying history. They're not studying only something. May Allah forgive us. May Allah forgive us. When in their heart is nothing but the quest of greatness. The ayat for that, I don't remember the ayat. In their hearts is nothing but the striving for greatness. No greatness except for Allah. Nothing is great except Allah. Nothing is lasting except Allah. We're all looking, we're in the present. How long is the present moment? So quick. Now it's a different one. When I started this sentence, that's over. Future is coming. Quickly. Coming, coming, coming. I'm going to be ready to catch that future, and it's past me already. Coming, 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 coming. Wait, I have to go back and get it. No, it can't. It's gone now. Past is. You have this. In that moment is the search for Allah, for heavenly knowledge. We're not using it. We're using it in the quest for greatness. We lords of dunya, in whatever way. Nothing. We're going to go. We're getting, we can bring with us. We're there. They say in the grave, a person reaches the grave, may Allah save us from the punishment of the grave, a creature will be created from what we wanted in this life, what we're running after. A figure will be created, the most ugly and scary, like in a scary movie, the most we wish to be as far away as possible from that monster that scares him, and will be next to in the grave. He will address the occupants of the grave and say, "Don't you recognize me? Don't you know who I am? Who are you? Get away from me. Don't you know me? Don't you know me? All your life, you wanted to be with me. You were running after me. Now we'll be together forever." Ah, like a monster movie. Created from our own thoughts, our own targets, desires. It will be suitable according to what we were after. Everyone can ask themselves, and I have to ask myself also, what's my target? What are you after? You have only this moment. What's your occupied? Later on, I'm going to look after my Lord. Now I'm busy. Now I'm busy. Now I'm busy. How many nows we have? No one knows. It's hidden. We created life and death to test each of you which is the best in their doings. Oh my Lord, later I'm coming to you. I'm busy now. With what? I'm so busy. Busy, until the angel of death appears. I'm busy. You're busy. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad. Scare myself. Software. Give time. I'm saying to my ego, give time. Give time. Give time to be with Allah. Even our religious activities. God used to address the ulama, those Salafi ulama. You can be busy with religion and not be busy with your Lord. I'm busy with my routine, my worship. But my routine doesn't give any time for the Lord. It's my routine. The Lord is coming. I'm busy doing what? Making zikr. Leave me alone. The Lord. I could tell a story, but I can't tell it. When you're with the Shaykh closely a lot, you begin to take him for granted and behave in ways that's he's like fire to. He said many things like fire to be around the Shaykh. One mistake is if you're living with him and doing everything, you begin to lose the Joshua, fear, the Hebat, majesty. And you begin to say, hey, come on, it's the Shaykh. You begin to treat him like one of the people. sorry, I say never mind. Allah forgive us. Allah said, "Oh prophets, you're easy with your followers. If you were tough with them, everyone would run away." He said the prophet was tough against unbelief, but merciful towards his believers, those who are trying their best to follow. We make mistakes, may Allah forgive us. Wa min Allah tawfiq. He grant us the blessings of this night and make us to be ready for Yom Ashura coming tonight. One of the holiest days of the year. When is the new moon?
Four days, 3 days. Sunday night.
Simple moon. Yeah, coming on Sunday, new moon, 8 o'clock in the morning, sundown, 8 o'clock at night, 12 hours. Might be Monday, the 9th, is the first of Muharram. It might be Tuesday the 10th. It's on the borderline where anyone will see the moon after 12 hours. I don't know what's the world record, like 13 hours or something. All of those. So if it's going to be Tuesday, the 10th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 weeks from tonight, the 19th, Thursday the 19th, the day of Ashura. It's the day that, as we said before, every nation that came before was destroyed. They came and they were saying, "We are the greatest, we are the greatest," running after to be lords of dunya and lords. And prophets were sent to them to warn them, "Your Lord is Allah, not yourself, not your ego." And they say, "We don't listen to you." And they were destroyed, except for those prophets and a few who believed with them. That day of rescue is the day of Ashura. Prophet ﷺ, he was fasting that day, and it's wajib for Naqshbandi. I don't want to use the word wajib. It's Naqshbandi Ashura fasting. Prophet said, they said he was fasting, and they came to him and said, Bani Israel, the children of Israel, are fasting today. It was the day Sayyidina Musa was rescued from Fir'aun. And he said, I'm more close to Sayyidina Musa than they are. I have more rights with him than they do. If Allah gives me long life, next year I'll fast 2 days. But as it was, that was his last year, his earthly life. So he made intention for 2, but he fasted 1. So you can fast 1 or 2. At least 1 day, the day of Ashura, that's Naqshbandi. Ramadan, 6 days, Shawwal, Arafat, and Ashura. Coming, the day of rescue, the day when prophets were rescued. And now it's become a sad day in Islamic history because of what happened to Prophet's family. But it's also a day of rescue. Well, the Shaykh said one time, speaking about Sayyidina Hassan, Sayyidina Hassan said, Hussein, you think it's easy to kill a holy person? And then he kept quiet after that because people, it's going to be too controversial. But he brought the example of Sayyidina Isa. That's Quran. You can't make that controversial. Quran says he didn't die on the cross, but it was made to look like that to them. Allah showed them they did it. They killed him. But they never killed him. He was taken up. So it's a day of rescue. It's a day of rescue. You can think about that and can understand. وَمِنَ اللَّهِ tawfiq. May Allah rescue us also with His prophets and the believers, make us to be with them. We can't be believers, we can't be good followers, and make us to be with them. جعلنا من الصابرين وما لا تجعلنا من الضالين ولا مضلين. Said Imam Buni in his dua for Fatiha, oh my Lord, don't make me to be misguided or to misguide others. What else we can ask? Fatiha. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله
وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أشهد أن لا